All right, man.
All right.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Lazy Academy. I got a special guest today, Mr. JHAWK. Yes, sir. There's gonna be some crowd
I
noise.
love it. I love it. I appreciate it. Wow. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Man, Mr. Hawk, bro, I've been trying to kick it with you.
Bro, it's
we've
so
been,
good
we've
to
been
see
missing
you.
each other so much, and
I
it's
know.
like we only link up like for work right now. It's
Right.
annoying as hell.
But right now
But-
is divine timing. It's like the perfect time. No better time
Perfect.
than right
And
now.
look, the vibes is good.
Exactly.
It's
The
a
sun
sunny.
is out.
Bro, I appreciate you coming out, man. I don't know how
Thank
busy
you
your
so
day
much for
was,
having me.
but thanks for making the time, man. But
Of course.
I wanted to do this with you. When I first thought about this channel and what it was, like just chatting with musicians and stuff, I was like, we need JHAWK on this immediately
Right, man.
because
And this is
if-
just awesome. Just this platform right here is just beautiful.
bro,
to
it's
see.
cool. It's a nice little vibe, you
Yeah,
know.
heck
I
yeah.
never thought I'd be doing like a podcast or anything like this, but I'm glad that I'm in the position where I know enough people that are just locked in,
Yeah.
you know, in the industry, and I wanted to do something informative, you know, and put game
Yeah.
onto the people that you know.
And I'd say, I'm sorry to cut you off,
No,
but
you
I'd
good.
also just say just the savant that you are yourself, because you are a savant.
No,
you know,
I
and just seeing your videos, it just makes me like be happy to just be a part, happy to know
Just-
you. And
I
this is
appreciate
awesome that.
that.
you're doing something for the folks that are kind of behind the scenes.
For
and
sure,
kinda
yeah,
giving them
exactly.
a stage,
Exactly.
just to talk about like their experience in our industry.
100%.
And so,
Bro, and with that being said, for the people that do not know who JHAWK is, who are you, what do you do, and where do you come from?
okay, so my name is Justin Hawkins, formerly
Yep.
known as JHAWK.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm a music director. I'm a guitarist. I play bass. I play keys. Anything to kind of just help facilitate an artist and take them to the next level of
Crazy.
musicianship.
In the best way too. Like this is the best of the best of the best. With that being said, name a couple artists that maybe people might know that you've worked with that like, you know.
Okay. I've worked with artists such as Duckworth, Blast, Destin Conrad, Erykah
Damn.
Badu, Tony,
Damn.
Boys World.
Yeah. Lock that in.
Yeah, you know, just to say a few and
Bro.
many more.
Hey man, I didn't even know like a lot of them. I knew you worked with Destin. I knew you did Duckworth, and you just last year you did a tour with what was her name? You guys opened up for Ed Sheeran.
Oh, Rosalind.
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 I was like tweaking. I was like, this man about to be on a stadium joint.
Man, that was an
Yeah.
experience.
How was that? Like, how many dates was that?
It was incredible, man. We did We did 15 shows.
15 shows.
in 30 days.
Was that like the craziest thing? Like being in the same
Man, it was
space?
It was surreal. It was surreal because it's like I'll do a quick little
Yeah.
year rewind.
Give me everything. Give me
so
everything.
1 year ago, or a year before that, me and my collective, my team, we went on tour playing with Duckworth opening for Billie Eilish.
Fire.
And so that was like
Fire.
arenas, and I was like, man, this is incredible. What's like the next level
Yeah.
after that? And then surprisingly, a year later,
There is something.
it's stadiums. So going from like basketball courts to football fields is a big
which
difference.
is already
crazy.
That's not even like watered that down because
Man.
I would be shitting bricks. OD,
Man.
like going into
Dude, I was-
like a football stadium and just being like, yo, people really.
So the first show, I was bugging out. The first show,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
was shitting bricks. I was like, man, you know.
You
and
still get nervous like that before shows?
sometimes give me like a shot of something and
Yeah,
and some
you're
Red Bull.
straight. I'd be scared, bro. I'd be scared to drink before shows because if I'm already stressing
Yeah.
and then I take a shot, I feel like I'm gonna tweak myself a little bit more.
Yeah.
I don't really get the looseness. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd be tweaking myself.
Maybe first show I'll probably just do one and just leave it at
Yeah,
that.
and then at the end
And
of the
then
show,
later on you get more comfortable at
Yeah.
at second show is like the real tester for me.
Nah, for sure.
To be like, okay, yeah, we're cooking with gas now. We can just keep
bro,
going.
that's crazy. How'd you get into it? What was like your what you play mainly? Like if you could choose a.
I say I play
guitar.
mainly guitar.
Right.
Mainly guitar.
When did you start picking that up?
So it goes way back. It goes
Take me back that way.
way back to the beginning.
That
to
way.
to the origins.
Yeah.
So it started when I was 8 years old. Piano was my first instrument.
Brother.
So playing
I started
keys.
when I was 8 too.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the
Keys
that,
too?
No, drums.
Drums, okay,
But just
okay,
like
yeah.
at the age wise.
Yeah, man. So I started at 8, around the block from where I used to live, back in Oakland. I'm originally from
Gotcha.
Oakland, California.
Yeah.
And so, back in North Cal, I was in the Bay, and a block away from where I was living, I would go, for piano lessons, and then
Man.
usually it just went through one ear and out the other.
But this, you locked in.
Yeah,
You
later
already-
on, like now I'm picking it back up.
For
and
sure.
It's getting way better.
Yeah. I see you playing everything, but
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. But I come from a music household. My mom's an artist herself.
Oh.
So
Like her own project?
Yeah, she's a singer. So she sings country music.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Which is even better.
Yeah, exactly. Given the time that we're in right now.
100%. Then she
So-
was OG triple.
Yeah. So I was traveling with my mom at age 8, like being the kid, like selling CDs and like,
Wow, back in that day.
Yeah, selling the Cute Factor and doing like the whole thing. This is like 20 years ago.
For sure.
And so then later on, my mom is doing like a show on a cruise ship. We were on a cruise line, and we were traveling like all different parts of Mexico. And she was like, going to the clubs and doing things like that. And I was too young, so they put me in like the little kids camp. And,
Gotcha.
where all the kids are playing games, like doing whatever. And I was playing Guitar Hero. I was playing Guitar Hero.
And you was nice.
and I was like really locked in, and I was like super excited because I was a gamer.
For sure,
like,
for sure.
At heart. And so I was telling my dad, and my dad was like a very strict. My dad's a firefighter.
Gotcha.
Comes from
So
the
he's
military.
already structured.
He was just like, yo.
Yeah.
And so he was like, he was really thinking I was gonna be a baller. He thought I was gonna hoop.
Gotcha.
And so later on that dream just kind of went away. And he just was
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
he's not a hoop. He's not
I
a
feel like
hooper.
those are the two when it comes to creatives. Like, you're either in music or you about to
Or
be
you about to be like
athlete.
a real athlete.
Nah, I'm already knowing because I was soccer and drums. That was all me. It's like-
Yeah.
So, but that's dope.
So I told my dad, like, super enthusiastic about
sure.
this game. I was like, man, like, there's this game called Guitar Hero. He came to the camp
Right.
and he saw me like, play, and he saw like,
You
the
was-
motion of like the fingers,
yeah.
and, the hand-eye coordination of things, and he was like, okay. He's like, I'm gonna get you that game, but that's the only game you can play
Ever.
in the house. And so
And you was just.
I was in there. Boy,
He was inside.
We in there. We was inside. And so I would play that game. I had no curfew with that game.
Word.
So I could play until like 3. I'd fall asleep with the console or the guitar
Yeah.
in like my bed.
Right.
And so
right.
then later on my dad like brought me a real guitar and said, okay, now learn this.
Did he
And-
give you lessons or anything?
Well, at that point I was an auditory learner. And then
Gotcha.
also we had like, it was like the start of YouTube. So it was like
I'm already
the
no. This
real
is like
start of
age
YouTube.
10. Like
yeah. And so it was like, how to learn this song.
for sure.
Like,
For sure.
look it up.
Paramore.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
you
How to
know
learn
what
a
I'm saying?
Paramore song. 101.
No,
and
that's-
then picked it up and just, that was it.
Over time, and you just been playing guitar, and then when did you pick up like bass? I mean, that's kind of like
So
hand in
yeah,
hand.
bass and guitar kind of
Hand
like
in
hand in
hand.
hand. Once you know like the root
Right.
of any chord,
Yeah,
you just transfer it over to bass.
I need to learn all of that
Man.
theory and all that.
Yeah, when
know
you
what I'm
get
saying?
it, you're gonna
But-
be. Because I wish I knew how to play drums. I wish I knew how to play.
Man, it's I mean, like once you get it, like I guess it's also easier when you start so young and your brain is just absorbing everything so quickly that like for me now, like I can't teach. I could play drums. I couldn't teach you anything because I'm the same. I learned from listening.
Yeah.
I'm like barely even knowing terminology like that. I'm just like, yeah, just do that right there.
Yeah.
Or follow me, you know?
I think that's like the first sign of like, I don't know if you watch like X-Men or anything, but that's probably
Yeah.
like the first sign of
Like
like
the
you having your
mutation.
powers.
Yeah.
Your first mutant powers.
You're a
It's
mutant,
like,
bro.
If you can hear something and play it back, like we're
Yeah,
a
no,
different,
literally
we're a different
that.
type of breed. You know?
Bro, I gotta shit on that. I didn't even think about that. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's like,
we
yo,
are
we're
mutants.
a select few of people
I
in the
love
world.
No, I love that. So, okay, did you play like in the church world or anything?
No, I wish I did though.
Really? Because
wish I did.
most musicians come from the church world. Some of the best ones too.
Yeah, some of the best ones.
That's sick. But for some reason, I thought you was playing in the churches and stuff.
No. So
Damn, man.
after like, my dad gave me the guitar for around like a year, my dad put me into like music school. So
Gotcha.
there's
So
a
you was
school.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was already like locked in. I was classically trained. I
Yeah.
learned classical music in like middle school.
Right.
And so there's a school in the Bay called Oakland School for the Arts
Gotcha.
where like everybody went. Like Kaylani went there.
Whoa.
Zendaya went there. Angus Cloud went there.
Look at them.
Like, everybody.
Look at 'em.
Yeah.
Nah,
so
that's
it was
dope.
like, and it felt like, I don't know if you ever saw like this TV show back in like, it's like an 80s TV show called Fame. They made it into a movie later on, but
I ain't
Fame,
seen
it's
that.
like a school where like the singers would be there, the musicians would be there.
everyone's in
the
there.
theater kids would be there. And that was like it was the incubator
Right.
for like
talent.
Yeah, for the
like
artists.
You got some the mutants.
Yeah, the mutants. Yeah, exactly. It was the
the
Professor X school for the
school.
gifted. Exactly.
So okay, that's hilarious. And so all this learning, when did you get like the first gig, the shitty gig, or you know what I'm saying, like just playing a dive bar or some shit?
I don't think I've had a shitty gig yet.
Word.
Or one that, like, you know, I can recall from when I was young.
Yeah.
The first gig I did, because I was playing with this group. I was a part of this band called Pop Life.
Gotcha.
Where Kaylani was like the lead singer of this group.
Whoa.
And our first gig was, I was 13. We were playing at this club. It's not around anymore.
Yeah,
this
it can't
21
be.
and up club.
Can't be.
Yeah, it can't be. If you're 13 playing at a club.
Nah, dude, musicians be getting away with a lot.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I'm in the band.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Exactly, I'm in the band. Yep. So I was 13 playing in this band called Pop Life. We were helping out one of like the main artists of Tony. His name's Dwayne Wiggins.
Okay.
And he was kind of like the manager of the group. We were opening for Trey Songz.
What year is this?
This was when I was 13, so shoot.
13, wait, what was we?
It was
2009?
Yeah, around like that time.
2009, we're the same age. 28?
Yep.
Yeah. 2009 might have been, yeah. Damn. Is Kaylani around our age too? I don't know.
She's 29. Yep.
I'm understanding of this. Gotcha.
Yep.
And so you was opening up for
Trey Songz.
Trey was say I.
Yeah. I don't wanna leave, but I gotta go right
bro,
now.
them R&B singers from that era, the 10s.
Different. Everybody had cornrows. It was
what?
Different.
Man, that's crazy. How was that? Like, to be 13 years old, to be exposed to that much, industry.
Yeah.
Which, like, could be deemed very scary.
It's nerve-wracking. It's nerve-wracking, or it was nerve-wracking at that time.
I mean, you made it out. Look at you now. You know what I'm saying? But
that was when the nerves really were kicking in.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, like when
you
you're
just
13,
like throwing
trying to
up,
figure it out.
shitting
Yeah,
your
it's
brains
like,
out.
you're shaking. Your hands don't know what to do.
And you was playing guitar.
I was playing guitar. I was playing guitar. And so there's a video out there somewhere of me playing.
Man, that's a crazy. So you've been in it for so long, and you have a group right now that you're in, the Ghetto
Kids.
Ghetto Kids. You guys are, I mean, individually great, and then you guys all do your own things. You go play with whoever, and then you've worked with each other, working for like Destin. That's the only one that I know of right now that I'm like, whoa, Destin.
Man, it's actually like, it's cool how it's been 4 years now. It's been 4 years now of the business been going on.
Nice.
So basically, for the folks that are watching out there,
right.
Me and my business partner Daryl Staves, we founded this company for all people of color, touring musicians, songwriters, producers, anything like that deals with like the music industry, that works with people of color. Like, we're able to outsource ourselves and provide that service for any artist that needs it.
For sure.
And it's been thriving and it's working well. And like you said, we all have like our own individual entities.
Yeah.
But then after tour, or after everybody like, you know, is done with touring, we all get together like Voltron and make like a big super, a big.
You guys should do like a festival or some shit. That would be a crazy.
Yo.
Even like I see like We the Band do like Peppermint Club. Like, you guys definitely got to be on that.
Yeah.
That wave of.
And so when the pandemic, because this was a thing that started.
Yeah, because 4 years ago was. Yep.
Back in the pandemic, and
what a day.
What a time.
What
man.
a time.
What a time. We made it, man. We made it through.
Thank God, for real.
And so Daryl, my business partner Daryl, back when I was touring with Duckworth, we came to Boston and did a show. And Daryl, back when Daryl was in Boston, he was just like, yo, I'm thinking about this, like making like a team, like a collective of musicians, like, you know, keeping it all in house. And I said, I like that idea. Let's talk about it later. Then boom, pandemic hits. And so after that, I was like, yo, this is like the perfect time to kind of like have something for when things kind of just like open up. And so I called Daryl. I'm like, yo, D, I was like thinking about that idea that you had. Maybe we should start game planning something in this moment. So for when, you know, live shows come back, it's like we become like the #1 call, or, you know, something easy. And so he was like, okay, let's do it. And so back in the day, like, you know, back when people were like getting unemployment checks for certain different things.
But we was up, low key.
We were
like,
up. We were
I know I was. Let me just speak for
I was getting money.
And I was working under the table at this coffee shop. Brother, when I'm talking about stacking, I was stacking.
Yeah, I was getting money. I was able to pay my rent and then still like have some money to
Do
like
whatever. I bought
dive
so
into
much
this craft.
dumb gear. Like, I bought like 3 drum kits. For what?
Man, there you go.
Ain't no gigs coming anytime soon.
Hey, you was ready. You had all.
I was gonna rent, just rent it out and shit. No, that was crazy.
Yeah, so I was getting like all this unemployment money to where I was able to fund my rent, like my living situation, but also create a business within that. So I was like, D, we need to make like a logo. We need some merch. We need to do this. And like he wasn't getting unemployment at that time, and I was like, okay, I am. So I'm able to fund this.
You gonna run it?
Get a like you know.
Get
the shit rolling. Get the shit rolling. So I was like, we need to throw like a jam session because there's like no shows going on right now, and we need to do like an invite.
Was this allowed at the time?
It wasn't allowed. So we're doing like very like speakeasy prohibition time.
It's a barbershop, but not really.
Exactly. So we were doing stuff like that, and we made the social media. So we were like posting on social media, and all of us individually were posting it on our stories, and people were wondering where it was coming from. And we were just like, oh, you just got to follow the page. You got to follow the page.
Follow the arrows at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
follow the
so smart,
page and you might get invited to the next thing.
And I think that's so smart too, because I remember at that time, bro, all of us were stripped of everything that we've ever loved, music, live shows. People were just like yearning to go to something.
Yeah.
And just to be shoulder to shoulder with somebody again. Like, nobody knew when that was going to happen. It's been like a year. That's so smart. So when you guys did the first...
So when we did the first one, it was just like a homegirl of ours, and we did it like in a spot in Venice, like a small little office space. Like, you know, probably like not even 200 cap, probably just like 100 cap.
Yeah.
And then later on, as like things got bigger and we started playing louder, it was just like, yo, we can't fund this, or not even fund this because we weren't even getting paid at that point. We just can't hold you guys in this space.
Damn.
And so then after that, I was like, man, we already booked the artist. We have to figure this out. And so then...
So what y'all end up doing?
And so then later on, we moved everything from Venice to Leimert Park. And so that was the point where I started building like a really cool connection with Destin Conrad.
Yeah.
And so we had Destin Conrad be the artist. Whoa. And that's when we started charging tickets. And we did it in
Was he already
Park.
an artist at the time?
This was Destin Conrad's first live show, like first time performing ever.
I knew Destin as a Viner. I had never known. I didn't know that he was on some sort of like.
And the thing is,
wave.
I've never heard him on, or I've never seen him on Vine.
Yes, Jay Versace is another one too. I knew him from just being like a funny kid on Vine. Like I was chronically online, brother. Like this was a nightmare to me. But so all these people, and then they branched out like 6-7 years later. It's just like
we do music now.
Yeah, and then some of the best music you've ever heard. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was crazy. So first show Destin ever did.
First show Destin ever did. He did 3 songs, and he was just out. But we sold so many tickets that night.
Man,
we did a 300 cap venue. Incredible. And it was in Leimert Park where just like the culture was just able just to come through. There was a festival, not even a festival, there was another artist right next door that was performing, and a lot of the artists left to come to ours, and we were charging like $30 a ticket.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it was just
for what you were getting.
Yeah, for what we were doing, and then we just did 3 songs. We did 3 songs with Destin, 3 to 4 songs, and then he dipped out. And then after that, we opened it up just to like the music community, just to come on and jam and just vibe.
Man,
and it was cool.
It
was a party.
Bro, honestly, like I think like this is a question that I want to ask as well. Like, I understand there's already a specific hustle that you have to be, the wave that you have to be on just to get gigs for you to play. Because this is what we do, this is what we love. But you also have to have this sense of like entrepreneurship mentality. Definitely. Because sometimes you're not going to be booked for X amount of time.
Yeah.
For an individual like you that has done so many dope-ass tours for sometimes it's 2 weeks, sometimes it's a month and a half. In the downtimes, what are you doing? Like what is the mentality that like, do you ever stress out about not gigging, where that next check's gonna come in? Because, you know, like full-time is one thing, that's a cool objective to hit. Yeah. But the consistency
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if
Yeah.
you want to tap into that type of like how you keep
Yeah.
that mentality strong and like motivate yourself every day to, damn, do I got to get a 9 to 5
Yeah.
somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
shit's got to shake. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So,
Yeah. So this is a message to all the all the musicians that are touring or thinking about touring. My biggest recommendation is just to stack your bread as much as possible while you're touring, so that during the off season you're able to still have like some wiggle room for when you're off.
Right.
It's definitely a situation that some people, some musicians go through.
Right.
And
I think most, I would say.
Yeah, most.
Like,
Definitely during the early times when I was rocking around, it was like, man, I didn't know what to do. But by the graces of the universe and by God, it's like,
for sure.
something will fall back in your
Something
lap.
always aligns.
Something will fall back in there and just be like, okay, I don't need to go do that bartender gig or anything like that.
Which there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
But
it's not.
Yeah.
But it's like, luckily I've never had to go dip into that, but I've always had a moment of where I might have to do that.
Bro,
but
especially because, bro, like, it's one thing, I mean, I don't know how other people do it outside of California, but just, and in LA, where you're kind of submerged, we're in our own little bubble. Like, once you meet one dope musician, that dope musician will introduce you to...
tell you about a whole bunch of different dope
musicians. And so now
musicians.
you're just in a world where it almost seems competitive, but it's not that deep.
Yeah.
Because if I can't do a gig, I gotta lob it.
Yeah.
I have to.
Exactly.
And I would rather lob it to a homie than have to dig for,
Yeah.
Because I see it all the time. People on Instagram like, yo, I got a 2-date.
Do the whole.
I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? And like now people gotta like, I be getting DMs like, yo, somebody needs a drummer.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I don't know them. Like, it's hard.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that
it's cool when you build your own network that way, to where it's like,
exactly.
Okay, you can go through the Rolodex of people that you do know,
exactly,
as opposed to going through the Rolodex of people that you don't know.
I mean, there's so many people I'm sure has helped you out over the years, just lobbying you and these, like, and touring especially, like, because after a specific threshold, everybody in the room is talented. Right.
Yeah.
So for you to get picked to be like, damn, I would tour with JHAWK, not because he's talented, because that's already a given, but it's like, I gotta rock with you as a human being.
Yeah. I think.
So it's like, what is that like? What's like a? How would you say this? Like, having a specific type of energy to be like, damn, I would kick it with you outside of the work stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's so important. You know what I'm saying? And like. Yeah, like how do you gauge that? Like, are you good at like being able to be like, yeah, he's good at whatever he plays, but I would never kick it with him.
Never hang out with him. I think.
Have you ever met?
Yeah, sometimes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say there's like situations. Our industry, I feel like, is 40% musicianship. Yeah. And 50%. Like social aspect.
Yeah, like the ability to conversate.
And then 10% like your network. But it's like
who you know.
Yeah, who you know, how you are as a person.
Yeah, the cosigns are.
Yeah.
The cosigns are good.
Exactly. The cosigns are like 10%. Who you are as a person is 50%, and 40% is like your playability.
Man,
I could definitely.
That's
say
actually a really good.
A ratio, right?
Yeah,
a pie chart.
Because I'm like. Because no, you need that. Because I always said it was mostly personality. Because especially when you go on tours for X amount of time, you basically are living with this person for 3 weeks. Definitely. That's a long time. Yeah. But it's short when I fuck with you. It's a long when I've had many situations where it's like, but we got to kick this kid out. There's no way we could do 3 more. Even though it's 3 more shows, I can't do it. Yeah, I'll call anybody.
Every moment's like that too, where it's just like, hey, hold on. We need to fix
this,
sir.
We
gotta fix this.
We need to fix this. No, that's so crazy. Have you had any embarrassing moments, like you fucking up crazy, or like your guitar strap just, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll tell you one. So during this Ed Sheeran tour, so basically I had 2 guitars on this run, because we're just support. Right. We're not even direct support, because we were support, and then Khalid would go on as direct support. Whoa. And then it was Ed Sheeran.
So what were y'all doing, like a 25-minute
So we were the opener
set?
for the opener. We were doing.
I'll take it. Khalid, Ed Sheeran,
Yeah,
I'm there.
We were doing 30 minutes. Khalid was doing 30 minutes, and then
type shit.
Ed Sheeran was doing like an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever.
For sure. With just him and a ukulele.
Yeah,
that man
exactly.
is crazy,
Yo,
bro.
He's got the loop pedals and like the whole fireworks.
He's
everything.
so tough, bro.
He's dope.
Yeah. Did you
He's
meet
dope.
him? Did you get a chance to meet him?
I did.
He's cool.
We'll get into that in a second. We're gonna talk after.
No. Sorry, my ADHD is like, what?
No, I am too. I'm the same way. I was like, we're gonna go down the spider web.
What you were saying? Yeah.
But worst case scenario did happen for me where I had 2 guitars, I had my electric, and then I had like an acoustic that was like on a Gracie stand. And for those that don't know what a Gracie stand is, it's basically like a tripod or something that like the guitar is held up on.
Yeah, it's held, yeah.
And so, like, you know, it was a hot day. It was a hot day that later on turned into a windy day. And so it was hot. They were like, okay, sound check's over. We're going to put these space tarps over. So they put the tarps over the gear.
Yeah.
And then later on, it turned windy. And then sound check is over. We're getting ready to go on stage. I get a text. I'm walking to stage. I'm getting a text like, yo, your guitar is on the ground. I get a text. I'm like, oh, shit. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, now I'm walking, going from a regular walk to a speed walk.
Yeah,
and so
I'm jogging.
I go, yeah, I'm sprinting. And so I
don't have a guitar.
Yeah. So I get there and the guitar is cracked along the body.
Fuck.
Down to like the pickup of
Yeah.
Like, you know.
And it was
cracked. Like I could look in it. I could look inside of the guitar.
Was it playable? No, obviously.
I mean,
did you make it work?
It didn't feel playable to me. I said no. I said I can't
signal.
do it. I said I can't do it. And so the MD of this gig was like, yo, you might need to switch patches from electric to acoustic on your electric guitar.
Right.
And I was like, okay. And it was just not a good show for me. Like, you know, it was wild.
Yeah, because I mean, even if the crowd didn't notice that, you as the person
felt that, and
that's the shittiest.
Yeah.
Because even though everyone's telling you like great show,
yeah,
you feeling like
the
shit.
audience's perspective is way different than the musician's perspective. If there was 10 musicians in the show
it'd be a nightmare.
Yeah,
because now they're gonna ask you what happened.
The word kind of spread, and things kind of just get a little bit different.
For sure. I had a question, in the sense of going. Let's go back to all
technical difficulty.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Bro, it's so. I feel like Actually, I really wanted to tap in on that because what the crowd hears and feels just off of energy, they're just stoked to be there watching their favorite artist or whatever. Your fuck up means nothing to them.
For real.
And that is something I have to tell myself, like, bro, like, you missing something, like a hit somewhere, like, bro, it was a millisecond out of a set list that could be from 30 to an hour.
And so what we should do as a music community is start to, like, not really dwell so much on.
Is there a cure for that, though, brother? Because you're going to feel it regardless.
It's no cure for that, for
the
real.
whole clan could be like, bro, you did so fucking good.
Yeah.
99.9% fire.
Yeah.
But you still stuck on that little one.
And so that's the thing, and that's what gets us the gig.
We need therapy, bro.
The word probably spread around, just like, yo.
And that's also
clip. We got it right here.
And that's the scariest part too, is when musicians notice, and that musician's word of mouth goes around, because the music industry is so small, bro. Like, if you actually tapped into these big artists, whatever, it's the same people playing for all of them.
Yeah.
For most of them.
Yeah.
You know
it's
what
a
I'm
big
saying?
Community.
And there's like the first team, and then there's like the G League. You know what I'm saying? In the music world as well, like, and you can go both ways if you need to, but there's also like a specific throreshold where you fuck up too many times.
Yeah,
you are gone.
You're blacklisted. You're blacklisted from any like real potential
That is
work.
a nightmare to be a part of.
Yeah.
I thank God every day I'm not on that.
Yeah.
I pray I never will be on that.
Yeah, same. All the time.
Because of this podcast, we're blacklisted.
No. We airing too much truth out here. They're like, oh. Too much truth.
Is there anything, like, do you have out of all the artists that you've listed, do you have a favorite artist that you've played with?
A favorite
ever?
artist? Well, the favorite
No
artist.
No disrespect to the other ones, obviously. Just
I
off
feel
of
like one of my favorite artists I didn't even name out yet. My guy Josh Levi.
Brother, I'm so glad you said this. I was waiting to bring him up.
Yeah.
You just did his show.
Mm-hmm.
Dance, dance, dance. That song is so fire, Nation.
Yep.
Josh, if you're watching this,
Josh, if you watching this,
I love that fucking song, bro. You just did his tour. Mm-hmm. How many days was this? This was a pretty big.
It was a quick one. It was a quick one. It was a quick one. It was like.
And it was a very unique setup too.
Yeah, it was.
From what I've never seen this. I don't think. Mm-hmm. Josh was dolo on stage.
Yep.
Dancing, singing, doing what he do, and your side of stage.
Yeah.
Off stage.
Off stage.
Launching.
Mm-hmm. I'm playing tracks. I'm playing guitar.
Did you have like a talk back for his ears or anything?
No talk back. At that point, it's like,
y'all so locked in.
I don't even need to say anything.
Y'all so locked in. He's so locked in.
If anything, I'm just listening to everything. So I'm just like listening to like his words and like.
Probably the easiest gig you ever done, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
No pressure.
It's
more
the
pressure,
easiest,
maybe?
and it's no pressure at all, because it's like this is the second tour that we've done together.
Right.
And the team was really small in this situation. Mm-hmm. It was me, Josh, and the tour manager Cameron Gasaway.
Gotcha.
And we were just
just rolling.
U.S. Yep.
Just all spread out.
Yep. We started it was Houston, Dallas, Oklahoma, Utah, Seattle, Portland, SF.
You guys was outside.
LA, that's it.
So much love for him, bro.
8 dates in 2 weeks.
That's all you need, really.
Yeah.
The 2-week gig is probably my favorite joints. Because once it starts hitting like a month, I'm like...
I haven't had a 2-week gig in like a long time.
Because the month ones be
ones be like, okay, I'm ready to go home.
Bro, I need a hug.
Yeah, I need a hug.
From the lady.
Sleep in my own bed, yeah.
Speaking of that, I just found this out. Or I don't know if we can cut this out if you don't feel comfortable talking about like you're seeing somebody right now. I don't know how serious that is, but as a musician that's on the road all the time, like you're just doing so much, you're just busy, locked in. Is it hard to date for you? I don't want to talk about everybody.
No.
Most of these guys are married.
No, I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
I'd say if you're young, it's tough.
Right.
If you're young, it's tough.
You got
we're
so much
close
motion.
to our 30s. We're close to our 30s. So our whole mindset
I'm going home.
is different. Our whole mindset is different. I feel like by the time that you're like 25, like what they say in science, they're by the time that you reach 25, your brain is fully developed. And then hopefully your brain is fully developed.
Because man, us men are getting shitted on by the day, bro.
Exactly. So it's like, I'd say like by that time, my brain, like, I was touring, or I started touring. I moved out here in a relationship. I moved out here from the Bay to here in a relationship. I was 22.
She was back home?
Yeah.
So much long distance.
Yeah. Well, no. She moved with me. She moved with me out here.
Damn.
And so
living together and everything?
Living together and everything. The first gig that I got was...
Never do that.
Yeah, it's tough.
Don't do that, brother.
It's tough.
and sisters.
And so I got out here and I did I started touring with Duckworth. He was like, how do you feel about touring Australia with me? 3 weeks.
Whoa.
Getting paid good bread. I was like,
thank you, sir.
Yeah. I told my lady she can quit her job. I'm like the big, I'm the big pay factor at this point.
We locked in, baby.
And
Don't even worry.
in that situation, you would think somebody would be down for the situation.
Yeah.
And the jealousy and things like that come into play,
which is
completely
bro.
natural.
That is like I can't knock it.
Yeah.
It's a natural human feeling. Like your significant other is in an industry, you have to be exposed by default.
It's like you're having fun, but I can't have fun with you.
It's a nightmare.
It's tough.
It's a nightmare for everybody.
Very tough. It's like, okay. But now I'm in this situation, or we're both in this situation where it's just like, okay, we can have fun, but I kind of want to experience this fun with somebody else with me. I can
100%.
fly this person out, and I can experience this stuff with me.
I think
that's where I'm at.
For sure. And is she a creative as well? Like
No. She works in a whole different field.
Brother,
I couldn't.
You could never?
Yeah, I don't think so.
I told myself the same thing until I got with Lil. Lil's probably the first one that I've ever been in a relationship with that's locked in just as, if not more than I am, in the same industry.
And that's perfect because you guys understand each other too. So,
exactly. So there's like the best of both worlds in the sense of like before I was coming from a place of, like I'm in this industry. I don't want to have to come home and talk about what I just did at work.
Yeah.
I want to talk about what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then now it's so different because the language is the same.
Yeah. It's because like you guys are both on that same vibe.
Exactly.
It's like a negative and a negative turns into a positive.
Every time. In other ways, not so much. But in this
specific scenario.
I'll take it.
Exactly.
No, I'll take that. But
Exactly.
So her being in such a different, it's probably like you come home and you're just like, I have nothing to worry about from the industry, from just the songs. I don't care about nothing. Let me talk about what you're doing.
Yeah, and it's cool because it's like everybody that doesn't know about the shed, we can talk about the shed too.
Right.
When you lock in the shed is basically like, you go into like your little workspace and you close off the doors, close the blinds,
everything,
and go to work. Like we'll go into the shed. Yeah. And, it's like turning the PS5 on.
Don't
turn
talk
the PS5 on.
The boys are here.
Don't talk to me. Yeah, we really locked in.
There's an argument waiting to happen. That's crazy.
So it's so it's like when I lock into the shed, she understands that I'm going to work.
I think that's the only way that any form of relationships can work is the respect aspect. I know that my man's right now is doing what he has to do to make his money, make sure he's straight, make sure we're straight.
Yeah.
Because for us, like, I think it's also like a wiring. Like, men don't feel sexy when we're broke.
At all. At all. At all.
And I be telling, my lady's so good at, like, I don't care about the bread, but for us, it's like, it's default. Because the success aspect is so tied to our image. Yeah. Money-wise.
Money-wise, yeah.
And it's so unfortunate. And it's just like almost a DNA thing. But yeah, it's just like, man, like why? Sometimes it's gonna be tight, babe. I'm sorry.
Sometimes. But that's also like shows like the situation of a rider. If a rider knows like your off season, then that's really like
that's the best part. And who you pick and choose with is the most important part of the gameplay. Is like, I can't be with somebody that can't rock with me at my lowest. Because then when we're up, do you deserve that? No.
Yeah. Exactly. But also it's just like a situation of just like hustling.
Yeah.
Like you and Lil are both hustlers. Like, you guys are both like down
and that's the best. Because now we can both make our bread and bread together, and it's just and
nothing's better than like two creatives just like combining their situations.
Bro,
together.
it's also inspiring as fuck. Like when you have someone that you look up to in a way that is also your significant other. Yeah. Well, and no matter what the outlet is, it could, even if they were a painter or something, like just them being passionate about something motivates you.
And that's like my big situation. It's like that's like, it doesn't really matter about how you look in a way. You can look like, I mean, this is very toxic masculinity. You can look like
we're gonna let it slide for today.
We're gonna let it slide for today. We in there. We gonna air everything.
Yeah. We gotta talk about it. This is what we're thinking.
You can be a B-, but if you have an A+ hustle.
Whoa. You A++.
Or A+ hustle, like, yeah, you good. You there.
You pass every time.
And so me and my boy Daryl, he's like, yeah, you really like your deal breaker is somebody that doesn't have anything going for them. I was like, yeah, if you don't have anything going for you, you still have to have like that aspiration to go find what it is that's your passion.
I think that it's a personality thing too. Is like, you could be butt ugly, bro, respectfully. But if you got the hustle and the drive, these shorties will rock with you heavy dubs.
Yeah.
I think that's the best thing about being a man is like you can be ugly as fuck. Yeah. But you hustle and you get your bread up. Yeah. You're the sexiest man alive to these shorties. Yeah.
It's okay if you don't have your passion. You just got to be passionate about finding your passion. And I can say that 100%.
I need an explosion there, G. No, that's so dope. And so you've been locked in with Shorty for a minute now.
For a minute, yeah.
That's so dope because, man, I'm understand. I want to go back to what you said. When you're younger and you get put on a tour, you're just seeing the world.
Yeah.
And
Rockstar lifestyle.
And that also, I want to, fuck, this, everything that we talk about is just segued into everything that I wanted to tap in.
We moving.
The rockstar lifestyle, from what we grew up, from our parents' generation, from the 80s, 90s, right? And it's just so deemed as this, like, well, I don't know, like the Tommy Lees, you know what I'm saying? Like the Metallicas and the old school, and in the hip hop world too, like, is that level of rock stardom still achievable today? The level, yeah?
Yeah.
In a different format or same formula, or it's changed now?
Not too aggressive as before,
yeah,
but still the same.
Our drugs are different.
Shit's going on. Yeah, shit's different. Drugs are different. Just groupies are different.
Yeah, shorties are different, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Anything like that is different. But
is that a good or bad thing? Like, or is it just the time? Like,
maybe for the good. I feel like it's for the good. It's
like
it's way more calm. But
yeah,
I'd say
because people be romanticizing that old school lifestyle. And I mean, me too. Like, I be looking at all these bands, you know what I'm saying? Like from back in the day, from my dad's era, and I'm like, man. And my father too. He was in a band.
He played drums?
No, he was a singer.
Oh shit.
And he lived that rock star lifestyle. And the stories that I hear, and I'm like, bro, if we do that now, like with the drugs we have, we will all die. Y'all survived just because it was so.
Yeah, just willpower of that time, of that 70s, 80s, 90s time.
No, because you do that shit today, you will pass.
Yeah, you go.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and I be looking at it because, you know, we got like the Uzis and the Cardis and the Kendricks and
I'm surprised in that situation where
the game has changed so much, but it's like, I don't know, like, is it because everything's so accessible now that you could potentially probably link up with one of these folks just because? Also, I'm seeing them on my phone so much. Back in the day, it was like, I see you when I go to your show.
Right.
And that mysterious aspect makes them be so much bigger than what they are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
Does that make sense? I don't know.
100%. No, it does. I feel like part of the groupie life from back then is still around here, like a little hint. But it's not all that way. I'll tell you like the closest situation that I had.
Put me on.
So basically we were touring with Billie Eilish. You know.
I'm already knowing.
After every show, because it's like
Billie's fans are also some of the coolest.
The coolest.
And the craziest.
And the craziest. And close to the youngest. I didn't want to say that.
No, but we need to.
We said it.
No ditties.
We said it.
None of
ditties.
that.
No ditties, but close to the youngest. And so basically, I'll tell you this story. So
please.
After every show, like, we sign the set list.
Right.
And like, we hand them out. That's like
that's
like the ghetto kids,
that's
music
group
way. Like that's what we do.
We
sign a set list before the show. Go out and hand them out. And I'm signing things. And back then we had stickers. And so we were handing out stickers. And so, handing out stickers, and this girl said, sign a situation, like sign me. I didn't sign this.
Oh.
I signed her arm.
Right.
And so basically, next day,
she got it tatted.
So I had somebody with a signature.
Your name.
Of my name on her arm.
Now you made it, cuz like that's.
I was like, that's rock star shit. I was like, that's rock star lifestyle.
Brody. I gotta tell you a similar story.
Yeah.
But it wasn't on. It was another tattoo situation. My very first tour I ever did, I was in this band. We did a Canada tour for 4 months, and it was with other bands as well. The other band member from the drummer from the other band rocked with. It was a 2-piece that I was in. Rocked with us so heavy because our who we are, like our message for. At the time, I was 9.
It was drum and guitar?
Drum and singer and guitar. So
nice.
and then he just rocked with us so heavy. Like I'm still friends with him to this day. Zach Riley, he's amazing. He fucked with us so heavy, devs, bro. He got our band emblem tatted on his forearm.
Oh man.
2 months later, the tour ends. and the band breaks up.
Dumb.
And I be thinking about him. I be like, bruh.
Man, what's up with that situation?
You just
He
have
said,
that.
"No
You
more."
just have, yeah, and I told him, I was like, I know you had such a tie to us. And we rock with you heavy. But I gotta let you know, like, we're no longer a band, but I don't want you to regret your thing. He was like, no, I did, this was my decision. No, he was so good about it, but man, that shit fucked me up for so long.
Man.
Because I'm like, bruh, like,
And
this
he still
dude,
got it on him, too.
yo, that's so horrible, bro. I be thinking about that, but like you, bro, like, that shorty has your name.
Yeah.
Just you or the other band members too?
Just me. No, nobody else. Nobody else.
Nah,
tatted the arm.
you're just better.
Nobody else tatted the arm. I didn't know. But she posted it on her story.
Yeah.
And we're on the sprinter.
Yeah.
And just moving. I was like, oh
She
shit.
tagged you in it?
Yeah, she tagged me in it. It's just like, oh, because I did my name like in regular writing, and then underneath, I did the signature, and so it's, I was like, oh,
no,
okay, bet.
No. And that's that. I'm processing this because I'm like, this shorty's probably like 17, 18. I don't know.
Yeah, around
forever.
That. Yeah.
JHAWK
until she gets it like put
lasered
over
off or something, bro.
Yeah, she needs something over it. I was like, yeah.
But like, that's just us, right? We're the musicians. Can you imagine, bro? Like, even Billy, like, I'm sure she signed something that's just on somebody.
Yeah.
I
think in her situation, she's trying not to. She's trying
I'm not
not
signing
to
shit.
even have
At
any
this
of
point,
that
I'm not
going.
signing shit.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
Do you have of all the people you've worked with, already fucking banger ass artists, you have like other artists that you've been scoping out that like I would love to do, whether that's just you playing with them or Ghetto Kids, like as a collective, like a list of them? You probably got a whole list.
For Ghetto Kids, it'd be fire for us to work with Jordan Ward.
I love Jordan Ward, bro.
I love Jordan Ward too.
He's on a crazy come up.
Jordan Ward went on tour with us in Duckworth.
Oh.
For like.
He was a dancer.
Yeah, he was a dancer. He was dancing for Justin Bieber at a point in time.
That's so cool. These dancers are coming out. I don't know if you've seen these waves of like.
Yeah. Who else is a dancer that's turned artist?
Doja. Doja was a dancer.
Who was Doja dancing for?
I have no idea. But I know there's like clips of her and just so many. There's another one. Fuck. Damn. There's like two more artists that I was just talking a little about this. I was like, there's a bunch of like fucking dancers but there's also like a couple homies who are like renowned dancers, been dancing for like these big like dance crews, are like now doing music and they're just killing it. Yeah. And it's just like, all right, bet. Like, but that it works perfectly because stage presence is everything. Victoria Monet also I think was a dancer. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she's been in the game for so long.
Victoria Monet is like this next generation's version of Beyonce.
I love it. Yeah. I received that because I agree, bro.
You agree? Okay, cool.
No, Heavy Devs, because I watch her and I'm like, her star power is crazy. Her songwriting is crazy. And she's been in the game for so long.
For a long time. As a songwriter.
Exactly. So it's just like, but she's already been doing it. So everything that she's getting the praise for now is nothing. She's been doing this. We just got put on. Or like I did. The song she has with Bryson Tiller right now on his album.
Persuasion. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's probably my favorite song of this year right now that's been out.
It's really good. It's really good.
Who's topping this type of wordplay right now? I don't care about the Kendrick.
You just found out about that just now?
Well, like a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Like I've been playing it crazy. But like that level of stardom, I would say, from like she's been behind the scenes for so long, but like she just got her flowers like what, last year maybe? Like when she got her
last year.
And it's like that's so crazy that so many people the age thing too, right? She's a little bit older. Not even crazy, but she didn't get her time to shine until she was, what is she, like 32, 31? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so, around like 35.
But like some people that we know of, like they've been doing this, like Juice or since they were like 17, 18, 19. It's like, it's such a different thing, and it's like you gotta be and for musicians, you think you think it's a little bit harder for us that like if you haven't popped off since the early 20s.
For the artist, it's like so different.
It's so because we not that.
It's like artists. Yeah, we ain't artists. We musicians. So it's like
right.
For the artists, it's probably like times 10 because like you once you become like an artist, it's like okay, you got to write for a bigger artist. It's like and then maybe you or ghostwrite for a bigger artist.
Right. Right.
And so
that man, it's so crazy. But going back to you said Jordan Ward. Anybody else that you?
Larry June.
Who is that?
You don't know Larry June?
I may know their music.
I'm gonna send you some stuff about Larry June.
I'm so shit with names.
You know about Dom Kennedy?
Of course.
He's like a.
But Dom's like a LA, like you know what I'm saying.
He's the new version of Dom Kennedy.
Really, like that kind of like.
He's from where I'm from. He's from the Bay Area. He's from San Francisco. I'm from Oakland, so it's like.
Same type of. I mean.
Yeah. Same type of vibe.
Bay Area and LA is not too far. Like we different in our own rights, but like the swag levels is always up there.
I used to hate on LA until I moved out here.
Yeah, because it's really hard to hate on LA when you get here and you start meeting dope ass people and you're just like fuck. Like,
and you start getting to work. It's like and you start seeing the culture and like,
when you start tapping in. Shut the fuck. No,
he said, roles reverse, stop. I would never do that.
I'm not trying to shit on nobody. No, but I love that funny ass Bay Area LA beef.
Yeah, no,
it's so hilarious. I be seeing it.
No.
Because Bay Area swag is so different, bro. Yeah. Like y'all's culture. And then, but like LA's got it too, and it's like there's no reason that we should be in the same state and we beefing like that.
Exactly. No way at all.
No, but
it's like I feel like I was hating on LA so much.
But yeah, why was you like not?
No. I mean, it's just like the stereotypical like I hate cheeseburgers. Motherfucker, have you ever tried a cheeseburger?
You ain't even touched it.
Or Squidward. I ain't never tried a Krabby Patty.
Yeah,
have you tried a Krabby Patty?
And then he tried it.
Try it.
Yeah, shut the hell. No,
you like Krabby Patties, don't you, Squidward?
Stop playing with the patties, bro. Like,
it's
exactly that though. It's like but
like
that's
that.
in anywhere else. I would say, whether that's a genre thing, if we gonna stick to the musicalities of things. Like I used to shit on like country music for a long time.
Me too.
And then I listened to like Eric Church, like old school stuff.
And
then like the Rascal Flatts and then
Rascal Flats,
early Miley, you know what I'm saying? And different versions of it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, wait, this kind of, I understand where in the evolution, right, of like where 90s country, or even like back in the day, like the Johnny Cashes.
Yeah.
And then you start seeing like, damn, like they, not obviously they have progressed, but it's also just like, anybody can do it if you really respect it and you just like cultivate it enough.
Yeah.
It's a culture thing. It's energy, right? Like you can be not this and still do it.
Yeah.
Because at least if you do it right.
Exactly. If you do it right, for real.
No, it's crazy because like I mean, this is more on the controversial, like Beyonce doing that country stuff, and there's so much hate going around, and I'm like, she's from that way.
And the thing is, I haven't seen any much hate from it, but it's funny because just from my perspective, it's just like I've seen my mom do it for my whole life,
right?
And so it's like, it's only adding more fuel to the fire. Of what's been going on for so long. There's so many black country music artists that are out there.
Yeah.
And Beyonce was able to luckily, or fortunately, highlight a lot of them.
Right.
Like Shabuzi. I can't name so many just now.
Dude, I wouldn't even know, but I think that like the color issue, even in such a universal thing. Music is the only thing we have as a human species that could take you to a place, that can make you feel a type of way, and we've still managed to find such a division within that. And it's like, as a black musician and as a black man in America, like where you would seem as like some of the most talented, gifted, just in it folks are from the black community. Have you ever felt any form of that? Like
any form of what?
Just like rejection?
Yeah.
But 100%. just solely because
100%. 100%.
And that's so crazy.
Yeah. It's just like, and that's the part of the game. Unfortunately, that's the part of the game. It's just like a situation where it's just like a situation is looking for a look, you don't fit that look.
Sometimes it's like, I get it.
It's fucked up.
Sometimes I get it, and or like in the sense of like, whether it's a fashion thing.
Yeah.
But like.
A fashion thing is
it's very different.
It's very different than what the skin.
Yeah, the skin tone is like, what do you? Yeah. I can put on anything that your aesthetic desires.
The clothes, yeah.
But the skin tone, it's like, it's not funny, but it's just like.
It's funny because it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's funny because it's like, yo, this shit is
outrageous.
Yeah.
Like, why are we still here?
Yeah.
We're in the best time that we could be in.
Yeah.
And we've still found a way to go backwards.
And so to piggyback off of that situation, there's a cool situation working with Rosalind on this Ed Sheeran situation, because it was just like, we were talking about race for like a day or something.
You and her?
Yeah, me and her. Me, her, and the tour manager, a couple different people, and it was just like, I was like, she's like, I feel like I'm doing something different, and questions are raised because I have a black guitar player. She's like, it doesn't matter to me because I have a guitar player.
It's a tap.
Yeah, she's like, none of that matters. Like, where I'm at in my career right now, it doesn't matter that I have a black guitar player. With the budget I'm giving, I'm just happy to have a guitar player
that can play my shit.
Yeah, that can really just play it. Yeah.
And I think the industry that we're in, that is based so much on color still. But I think we're in a place where it's like, bro, like, if you can play, you're hired.
Yeah.
If you can hold time, you're hired.
Yeah.
And I think that's the mentality that we as a community within ourselves should be on the wave of. And then I think that also just will translate because we implemented it first from the industry and into the world. Because the consumers are the ones that's talking. The musicians all get it.
Yeah.
Because it's like,
exactly.
But I don't care about the color. This dude's
shredding
his ass.
It's like, yo, he locked in. Like, what are you talking about?
Nah, but, like I've been doing TikToks for a little bit and just reactions and stuff. I have a clip of you performing with, I believe this is you playing Duckworth, opening for Billy. And, bro, I just want to show everybody how insane it looks. And just this one.
Oh, shit.
What's happening, bro?
Oh, man.
It's just so lit, bro.
Basically, it was just like a real big bam moment. And this is on the last song. This is on the encore
Ghetto Kids?
song. This is Ghetto Kids, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's me, Solo Smith, Daryl Staves, Devin Smith.
That's OD.
Yeah.
Bro, was that like the final show? That's just how every night looked like.
It was every night. Every night we're bringing that energy.
I need to go to a Ghetto Kids like concert where y'all playing for somebody, whoever.
Yeah. No, it's definitely big energy. Any Ghetto Kids situation is big energy.
Yeah, I went to the Winston House one. Y'all was ripping.
Yeah, that was the last one we did.
With Girlish.
It was with Girlish. It was with Josh Levi, and it was with
bro. So that night I was so inspired. Then I was like, I'm about to build a band. No,
that shit was so much fun.
Yeah.
And for the platform that we did it in Venice.
Yeah.
Like, remember, we wind way back to when we did it in the smaller venue in Venice. It's the same people that work.
That hosted.
At Winston House. Because in the bigger picture, we were talking about doing it at Winston House. Because it was in
y'all
the pandemic.
achieved it.
Yeah.
That shit was full.
It's a full circle moment. We did this. We played at Winston House 2 years in a row. So it was like.
You gonna do another one?
Hopefully, eventually.
I think you will. Y'all already so locked in, and
it's like
If Ghetto Kids are not individually on tours, and y'all come back,
and I'm so proud of everybody in Ghetto Kids or like the founding members of Ghetto Kids that are like doing their shit. Devin Smith.
Yeah, how many people are in?
It's four that are like the starting four, like a basketball team, like starting five, but starting four.
For sure.
So it's 4 of us, but then we also have like an additional 4. So
just like
in case like we're on tour, we put in that other 4 just in case.
You know what I'm saying? The eighth man or the sixth man.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, that's so dope. You guys. I want to say this. Like I'm very appreciative that you would take the time to be a part of this. This is something new. I want to do something, like I said earlier, like where we're highlighting people that are so gifted and making like the world's favorite artists feel better live.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And like you already do this for all the artists that we've named, and I'm a fan before, and I'm blessed to call you a friend as well.
Same,
You know, so
same likewise.
I'm really grateful that you're here, man. And before we wrap, if you have anything happening, future projects, future anything, yeah, if you want to give a shout out to whomever.
Okay, for any future projects, you can go down on the link below. There will be my Instagram as well as Ghetto Kids Music Group Instagram, right down below. JHAWK the guitarist, JHAWK the guitarist, Ghetto Kids Music Group. And for those that don't know, Ghetto Kids, the word ghetto is an acronym for going hard every day, trying to overcome. It's an acronym, and so
that is all of us.
yeah, always, all the time. So
whether you ghetto or not.
Exactly. Going hard every day, trying to overcome.
Bro, that's amazing, man. Like I said, I'm a huge fan, and I'm really appreciative that you would take the time to do this. And you guys, I want all the ghetto kids here.
Hell yeah.
And I want to do an episode.
That's definitely happening.
And it's going to be an 8-hour. Nah.
And we can run it as long as we
want. Man, I want to know the origin story.
Yeah, we can do anything.
The villain arcs.
Yeah, we can do anything. And just as we close out, I just want to just thank you so much just for inviting me to the platform.
Of course, man. You was number one on the list.
You're a savant.
Man, I'm trying, brother. You know what I'm saying?
A beautiful entrepreneur, and just like the way that you've held all this shit together. And
this is all based off, like we was talking about earlier, this is all based off relationship.
Hell yeah.
The people helping me out today to achieve this is all love.
Exactly.
All off of pure and a vision that people believe in. People got to believe in you. People got to make shit shake.
Yes, sir.
And we going to build empires off that.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And what we do in the Bay when we cheers is like, I'm not above you. I'm not below you. I'm right beside you.
I'm right there. Love.
Yes, sir. Cheers.
And that's raps.